Hello and welcome to an AI Producer Best Practices video. Today, I'm going to go over some best practices for when you are preparing for and joining an AI Producer production as an on-camera presenter. It is a very simple process, and all you have to do is join the Teams meeting that was set up by the event producer, and it's just like being in any other Teams meeting. So let's get into it. If possible, it is always recommended to have an Ethernet cable plugged into your computer when presenting in a production. Wi-Fi does work great with AI Producer, but it's always best to be plugged in if you can, obviously. And before joining a production, it is always best to restart Teams and your computer if you have time. It's also smart to run a speed test on your internet speeds. If you have a bad internet connection, make sure to let your producer know as early as possible so they can help you figure out the best solution. Now, in terms of lighting, just make sure you are evenly and well lit, especially if you have a light source, such as a window like I have here, coming in from behind you. And it's very important to create a nice frame where you don't have too much or too little headroom. You just need to find the right balance and try not to move around too much once you found that perfect position. Now, as far as your background goes, we recommend using a real background like the one that I have here. Also, try to make sure wherever you are presenting from is quiet and won't have a ton of background noise once you start presenting. And if you are presenting from your phone, always remember to have it in horizontal mode and not in portrait mode. So when you are ready to join the presenter meeting, which you will do just like any other Teams meeting, best practice is to join using the Teams desktop app if possible, but if you do not have the desktop app installed, joining from your browser on the Microsoft Teams web app will work just fine. And once you've been admitted into the Teams meeting, you will be greeted by your producer who will give you any information or direction needed before the event actually begins. And once that event does begin, all you will need to worry about is following the overall run of show or talk track, and the producer will handle all of the controls in AI Producer and run the entire production. So now let's talk about screen sharing during an AI Producer production. Best practice for anyone who is responsible for the screen sharing during the production is to have two monitors and to use the extended display mode. This is so that you will always have a full view of both the content you're sharing as well as the Teams meeting. It, of course, will work without a second monitor, but it will just make things a bit easier if you do have one. And to get the best possible resolution for the shared content, you need to set your monitor to 1920 by 1080, which will display the content in 16 by 9. But please note, AI Producer does not support PowerPoint Live, Excel Live, or Microsoft Whiteboard at this time. You can choose to either share your screen or to share a window, but please note that if you share a window, pop-up windows or drop-down menus will not be shown in the event feed. It's always good to remember as well that if you're sharing your screen, alerts and other message pop-ups will be visible in the event feed. And something very important to note here is that to play videos, you will not be using a screen share. There is a full tutorial on videos and how they work with AI Producer, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. And once the producer is ready to start the live event, they will count you in if you are the first on-camera presenter. And once you see that it says live in the AI Producer bot window, you will know that the event is officially live. Please note that all audio from that Teams meeting will also be live, even if you are not presenting. So unless you are the one who is presenting, best practice is for you to mute your mic and only unmute yourself when it is your time to present. And as I mentioned before, you will know the event is live when it says live in the AI Producer bot window. But that window will be taken over and that live logo will be replaced by a video when a video is being played during an event. And you will be able to see and hear that video in that window as it is being played live. If your producer tells you that your mics are muted to the viewers during the video playback, All of you in that meeting will be able to speak to one another without the viewers hearing you. And once that video is done playing, you will see that live logo appear again in the AI Producer bot window, and that will be the cue for the next presenter to start presenting. That's it for this best practices video on how to best prepare yourself as an on-camera presenter for an AI Producer production. As you can see, it's a very simple process and will feel no different than being in a normal Teams meeting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.